Grady Blackhawk had been after the Hanson ranch for years, the entire time Karen had been with Caleb. She couldn't recall a week that there hadn't been some communication from him, some sense that he was circling like a vulture waiting for the ranch to collapse under Caleb's ineptitude. She didn't fully understand Grady's motivation, because Caleb had flatly refused to discuss it. He just painted him as the devil incarnate and warned Karen time and again against him. "Caleb, we're not going to lose the ranch," she said, clinging to her patience by a thread. "Not to Grady Blackhawk, not to anyone." "I wish to hell I were as sure of that as you are. You want to go to your reunion, go, but leave me out of it. I have more important things to do with my time, like keeping a roof over our heads." With that, he had stormed out of the house, and she hadn't seen him again until morning. She let the subject of the reunion drop, and a few days later, looking sheepish, Caleb apologized and handed her a check to pay for all of the events. "You're right. We need this. We'll see all of your friends. Maybe dance a little," he said, giving her a tired but suggestive wink that reminded her that they had fallen in love on a dance floor. Karen pressed a kiss to his cheek. "Thank you. It's going to be wonderful. You'll see." Instead, making up for time lost at the reunion turned out to be more than Caleb's heart could take. Only days after it was over, he collapsed. She should have seen it coming, Karen berated herself en route to the hospital. Should have known that no man could survive under so much self-imposed pressure. Maybe if she hadn't been caught up with all of the Calamity Janes, she would have. Instead, though, she had stolen every spare minute to spend time with her best friends, time away from the ranch she could ill afford. But with Emma working as a hotshot attorney in Denver at the time, Lauren lighting up the silver screen in Hollywood, with Gina running her exclusive Italian restaurant in Manhattan, and even Cassie living a few hundred miles away, Karen was determined to take advantage of every single second they were home. Seeing them rejuvenated her. She was in Denver with Cassie, awaiting the results of her mother's breast cancer surgery, when the call came that Caleb was being taken to the hospital. 1,000,001 thoughts raced through her mind on the flight to Laramie. Nothing her friends did or said could distract or reassure her. Guilt crowded in. She had pressed Caleb to attend the reunion. She had left him alone to keep up with all of the ranch chores even after the events ended. It was little wonder that he had broken under the stress, and it was her fault. All of it. She would live with that forever. But he would be all right, she told herself over and over, and she would make it up to him, work twice as hard from now on. At the hospital, the doctor greeted her, his expression grim. "It was too late, Mrs. Hanson. There was nothing we could do." Karen stared at him, not understanding, not wanting to believe what he seemed to be saying. "Too late?" she whispered, as the Calamity Janes moved in close to offer support. "He's—" She couldn't even say the word. Neither could the doctor, it seemed. He nodded, his tone conveying what his words merely hinted. "Yes, I'm sorry. The heart attack was massive." "Sorry," she thought wildly. There was plenty of regret to go around. She was sorry, too. She would spend a lifetime being sorry. But being sorry wouldn't bring Caleb back. It wouldn't save the ranch from Grady Blackhawk. It was up to her to do that. And she would, no matter what it took, no matter what sacrifices she had to make. After all, her husband had paid for that damnable ranch with his life. Chapter 1. The kitchen table was littered with travel brochures, all provided by Karen's well-meaning best friends. She sat at the table with her cup of tea and a homemade cranberry scone baked just that morning and dropped off by Gina, and studied the